Get ready. This is pattern 3 in grammar. Our date is Friday, April 17th, and you'll remember this forever because this is the coolest song ever for indirect object. One thing that the jingle is going to tell you is that the indirect object comes between the subject noun and the direct object. You need to have your book open to page 271 or somewhere around there, 271, and follow along with your eyes. I'm going to play the indirect object jingle twice. It's really fun. Here we go.
Indirect, oh indirect, oh indirect object. Give me that indirect, oh indirect object. Indirect object is a noun or pronoun that precedes more than direct. The direct object means an indirect object is found between the verb transitive and the direct object. Define the indirect object. Ask to whom or for whom. After the direct object, an indirect. An indirect
Oh, I wish you were here because this is such a fun one to sing with the whole class. And the girls do the shoo bop, shoo bop, shoo bop part. Oh, well, I guess you can practice it at home and think about what it would be like here at school. I sure miss you guys. Here we go. Indirect object jingle one more time.
Indirect, oh indirect, oh indirect object. Give me that indirect, oh
Indirect,
indirect
indirect
object. Indirect object is a noun or pronoun that precedes more than direct. The direct object means an indirect object is found between the verb transitive and the direct object. Define the indirect object. Ask to whom or for whom. After the direct object, an indirect. An indirect
All right, so let's figure out what we need to know from our direct object jingle. First of all, it tells us that the indirect object is either a noun or a pronoun. And we also know from our jingle that it is found, the indirect object is found between the noun and the direct object, the subject noun and the direct object. So let's see how that works on sentence number 1. Read it with me. The boys gave my brother a bat. Okay, so we're going to start out classifying our sentence with the same kind of questions that we've done all along. So we want to know who gave. Well, the boys gave. What did the boys do? The boys gave. So here's our verb. Hey, I already know that if it's going to have an indirect object and a direct object, that this is not just going to be verb. It's going to be verb transitive, and we'll come back and talk about that in a minute. So we're going to make our slash between our subject noun and our verb. Now we want to know what or whom did the boys give? The boys gave what? Well, I know that it has to be a noun or a pronoun, and my only other two nouns in the sentence are brother and bat. So what did they give? Did they give a brother or did they give a bat? They gave a bat. So that is the direct object that makes this a verb transitive. Now, go back to your jingle. It says to find the direct object, to find the indirect object, ask to whom or for whom. So, who was the bat for? The bat was for the brother. And so, here is your indirect object. To find, it's for to whom or for whom. Those are your questions that you're going to ask to find your indirect object. Okay, now we can go back and fill the rest of this stuff in that we already know. Here's article adjective. My, you know this, it's a PPA, and is an article adjective. Our sentence is declarative because it is telling something, and my underlining is pretty easy on this sentence too. So now, in the blank, I've got to make sure you can see the blank here. In the blank, we write something different. We write subject, noun, verb. Then you write indirect object, direct object, pattern 3. Woohoo! Get that verb transitive in there. Okay, so here's how we do pattern 3. Now, we have a lot more information here on this line. And this is towards the end of 3rd grade. So you should be writing smaller so that all of these things fit in here. And remember, you're going to have to put some more things on this line. So don't do big sloppy writing. Do not do these little labels at the top of your words in big and sloppy writing either, because that isn't going to be helpful to you. Okay, next sentence we're going to read out loud. Here we go. Tyler's teammates gave him a baseball bat for his birthday. I'll pick up a different color for this one. So, who gave? I see the word gave here. Who gave? Did Tyler give or did the teammates give? The teammates gave. So this is your subject noun. What did the teammates do? The teammates gave. What did they give? Look for what they gave. They gave a bat, didn't they? Tyler's teammates gave him a baseball bat. So they gave the bat. That's your direct object. And who was the bat given to? Given to him. Now I know that this is a pronoun, right? So it's the, well, I'm getting my labels all mixed up today. This is the indirect object because it tells who received the bat. For his birthday is a prepositional phrase. I'm just going to double check and make sure you can see that on your for his birthday. I want to make sure you can see all of the sentence. Okay. When we go to the word Tyler's, because it has apostrophe S, I know that it is a personal, it's a possessive noun, and it's an adjective. And it's his personally, so it's possessive. And it's, you know, he's part of the teammates, right? He's part of the team. So it's a possessive noun adjective. PNA. It's been a while since we've had that, so I wanted to make sure you knew that. Now we have A is an article adjective, and baseball tells what kind of bat, so it is an adjective. All right, I'm going to double check and make sure we have everything on there that we need to have. And then we're going to do our underlining. So here's your subject. And this again is a time when you need to use your ruler or Now make your lines really neat and tidy. Don't be sloppy about it. Do a good job. And this is a declarative sentence, so at the very end I'm going to put a D for declarative. And then we're going to come back to your blank at the very beginning. Did we put verb transitive? There we go. What else? I think we have everything else right. So we're going to come back to our blank at the beginning and do subject noun, verb transitive. And then you're going to write now underneath the line, indirect object, direct object, pattern 3. So I'll give you a chance to get that done. You can always pause the computer too if you get behind. And now we're going to go on to sentence 3. Read it with me, please. The circus clown gave Jim a big yellow balloon. Okay, I see the word gave. Who gave? Did the circus give or did the clown give? It was the clown, so that's your subject noun. What did the clown do? The clown gave. Is there something in the rest of this sentence that tells what the clown gave? Yes, the clown gave a balloon. So this is the direct object. Does it say who the balloon was given to? Yes, it does. It says it was given to Jim. So now we have our indirect object and our direct object. Make sure you go back now and put verb transitive, because we always have to have verb transitive if we have a direct object, always. Okay, you can tell a big yellow are articles and adjectives. Those are pretty easy. You know those from a long time ago, probably from first grade. And the circus tells more about the subject noun. So we have adjective, adjective, subject noun. So we can put your lines. At the very end of the sentence, we're going to tell that this is a declarative sentence. It's a telling sentence. And on our blank, subject, noun, verb transitive, indirect object, direct object, pattern 3. And remember when we started direct object, we talked about how the direct object, the subject noun is first, then the indirect object, and then the direct object. And you can see that pattern in all of these sentences, that we have subject noun, indirect object, direct object. The indirect object is always in the middle of the subject noun and the direct object. Subject noun, indirect object, direct object. So that's kind of a little, double checking your work and making sure that you got it all right. How about that, guys? I think you've mastered your pattern 3 already. It's really not too hard, is it? See ya.